Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Seattle Mariners franchise here on MLB the Show 19. Do not be afraid to drop a like on this video if you enjoy, as well as subscribe if you're new for other franchise content, as it's franchise content all day every day here on Franchise Gaming. Taking on the New York Yankees down the stretch here in September. The entire lineup is hot, and that includes Giancarlo Stanton, who is going to hit a two-run jack to start the Yankees off in the top of the first inning. They're up 2-0. Then we got Nelson Cruz with runners on the corners, but he is going to line out to Stanton, and that will end our threat. But then in the top of the fourth, it's Aaron Judge. Judge, jury, and executioner as he executes us with a solo shot. Stanton comes up right behind him. It's his second homer of the game to pretty much the same spot he hit the first one. Gleyber Torres in the top of the seventh inning is going to get a hold of one, and that is a no-doubter to left center field. It would be 5-0 at that point, and at that point, there's no real reason to carry on playing this game. We bring in Jamie Castilla. He continues to give up runs. We get a solo shot from Domingo Santana to make sure that we are not shut out in the ball game. But we are going to fall here to the New York Yankees as we go through the ninth inning. Last chance. Ryan Healy hits a double, but that is not good enough. It'll be a 6-1 defeat here at home to the New York Yankees. They were too good for us today. Giancarlo Stanton hit two bombs. Definitely got to watch out for that team. They've got over 100 wins. They're one of the best teams in all of baseball right now, and they're super hot, and they just proved it. So they come into our building, and obliterate Marco Gonzalez, one of our best pitchers all year long. He's 16-5 now with that big L. And now we're taking on the Angels in an extremely important game, as we are 2 games back, as you can see from those records. So it is huge and imperative that we come up big here. Omar Narvaez going to try and get one through the hole, but he's not able to. That ends our threat there in the second inning. And then a bomb right here. That is Justin Upton with a solo shot to left field off of Felix Hernandez. Malik Smith comes up off of Foltynewicz. He's going to get a nice double, which he is going to stretch to a triple, and he will be safe. That'll bring in a run. It'll tie the ball game. Now Narvaez comes up, or Nakajima comes up, and he will ground out to third base, but he will bring in Malik Smith. We've got a 2-1 lead. So now here it is. It's going to be a single to right center field. That's an RBI single for Davis, and that's going to tie the ball game at 2 and bring up Upton, who once again takes Felix Hernandez deep for another homer, and that's going to be a 2-run shot, make it 4-2. There's a single to center field by Andrelton Simmons, and that's also going to bring home a run here in the 6th for the Angels. Now to the bottom of the 7th, Villalobos in the game now for Felix, and that is going to be a 2-run jack for Zach Cozart, as now Malik Smith with the last chance to bring home a run, and he is going to get gunned down at first base, and that's going to end it. Mike Foltynewicz goes 7 innings, 2 earned, 2 strikeouts on the day. Felix Hernandez 5 2/3 with 10 hits given up, 6 strikeouts. Was not good enough to get the win today for us. 7-2, we go down, and now the Angels are 3 games up on us. And it's going to be difficult to take this division going into, I believe, the final week of the season after this point, as now we are 96-65, taking on the Boston Red Sox, who are eyeing a wild card spot. So we'll see if we can knock them right on out with a game here against them. It's going to be Rick Porcello at Dallas Keuchel, who's going to get the strikeout there. And now, later on, it's all the way in the 5th inning with a man on second, and that hit off Keuchel is going to result in a RBI single. So now here's Omar Narvaez off Porcello. That's going to drop and be a double in the corner. and Narvaez brings home 2 runs, gives us the 2-1 lead. So now off of Keuchel, that's Mookie Betts. He's going to get the hit through the hole and tie the ball game at 2, but there's no outs right now. And that is huge as Rafael Devers is going to hit the ball deep right field. Can't be got by Mitch Haniger. And that's going to end up being a single because everyone thought Haniger had that ball. Justice Sheffield in the game now. He has a horrible ERA since he's been brought up. But he is in the game. He gives up a single down the left field line to Castillo. And that is going to bring home 2 runs, give the Red Sox a 4-2 lead. Bottom 7, it's Mitch Haniger who's going to take one out to right field. And that thing is on a rope and gone. Home run for Mitch Haniger, the solo shot. And then Mitch gets a chance here in the bottom of the 9th to be the hero. But he will get thrown out. And we will lose this game to the Boston Red Sox. It's been a very rough episode here. 3 losses. I don't know what to say. But we should be a good enough team to make the playoffs. We will see if that is true as we go ahead, and we'll take a look at injuries and then records. But let's take a look at what happened here. Keuchel goes 6 innings, gives up 4 runs, 4 strikeouts, ends the season with a 3.52 ERA. Player of the game's Mookie Betts with his RBI double. And now we are actually going to take a look first at the prospect spotlight for September. Now, this is going to be a very interesting prospect spotlight here in September. We're looking at catcher Fernando Mortero, who has gone up a ton. He's a 76 overall in AAA. He's 18 years old. He is a homebody. He loves playing at home. Not so much on the road, but he is from Puerto Rico. I love that. And I love that he's rising so quickly. We should see him in the majors next year more than likely as he strikes out with his first at-bat in this prospect spotlight, and then he'll get one to drop in center field in the bottom of the 4th inning. But you see Las Vegas up 3-0. So it's a little rough. They want him to steal a base. Here's Mortero. He's going to take off, and he is going to get there as the ball bounces out of the second baseman's hands. So that works. Then look at this. He's going to hit the pitcher, and he just doesn't make it. They will call him out, but he gets the runner to move over to third. It's a 6-3 game now, and that one's going to be bounced over at the shortstop, and they will get Mortero at first there. So we're going to drop this game to the Las Vegas team. It's going to be 6-3 as we take a peek at the stats. Bridwell for them, doing a great job pitching, getting them through it, getting them to win this ball game. But like I said, this is an interesting prospect spotlight, and we're not going to stop there, as now Mortero in Game 2 of the playoffs, he is going to rock one and make it 3-2, but now it's 3-3, and Mortero is going to put one into right field. That's going to put 2 on with nobody away. So now 2 on and 2 away in the bottom of the 4th with a 4-3 lead, and that is a really, really bad out by Mortero as he's going to rip this one into left field in the bottom of the 7th, and that's going to put 2 on with 1 out in a tie game. It is now 8-4, and Mortero in the bottom of the 8th is going to put one down in right field. That is going to bring home a run. He's going to float on into second base with a double here, and it's 9-4. And that is how it would end. Mortero gets player of the game, 4 for 5 with his homer, his double, bunch of RBIs in this one for him. Really, really good game for Fernando Mortero. Love to see that from him. So now it's a 1-1 series, and we're going to keep it going here. So we've got to take a look. Cotton, not great pitching for Las Vegas in this one. And you can see Mortero clearly the best player on the field today. And that's good to see. As now we go into game number 3. Mortero going to strike out, but there's a pass ball, and he's got a chance to get over to first, but he will be thrown out. Now in the top of the 3rd, it's a 3-2 game in favor of Las Vegas, and Mortero is going to make it safe, as the second baseman could not field that one cleanly. Here he is in the top of the 5th inning with a 6-4 lead, and that one would get caught. Great catch by the right fielder out there. Mortero in a 6-4 game. That one's bouncing over to the shortstop, and he will get thrown out at first. Bottom 9, it's a 6-5 game. He's trying to throw out a runner at second, but he is just not going to be in time. Luckily for him, it does not affect him as we are able to win the game 6-5 and come away with a 2-1 series lead right now, as we've won 2 games in a row against Vegas. Crawford and Francisco hit home runs for our Tacoma team. So this is kind of like a prospect spotlight / AAA playoff type of episode thing. So now here we go. There's a hit for Mortero in game number 4. As he's going to get one down the right field line. He's going to try to stretch it to 2, and he will get there. So a nice double for Mortero. Here in the top of the second, he's going to hit one down the right field line. He's really got him going down the right field line these last couple games. He's going to try to stretch this one to 2, and he's going to get there as well. So a double for Mortero there. It's now 7-1, top of the 6th. Mortero going to hit the pitcher's leg, and that should get him over to first quite easily with a hit right there. Now top 8, still 7-1. He's going to hit one at the second baseman. He's got some trouble with it, but he will be able to get Mortero out. But Mortero, very nice game from him as he goes 4 for 5. Doesn't get any RBIs, but man, he's batting .556 in this series, and that is huge for the Tacoma Rainiers. Okay, so Las Vegas Aviators, they get a home run from Joseph, but that is not going to be enough as clearly their pitching was not very good. So we do take down the Las Vegas Aviators. And now we move on to the Memphis Redbirds. I do some simulating here, and it's a 2-2 series. Here we go, Game 5, Mortero batting .429 on the series, or on the playoffs, that is, and he will get thrown out at first in the bottom of the first. Now, bottom 3, it's a 1-0 lead for the Rainiers. That's going to be a hit up the middle, and that's going to get Mortero on first base with 1 out. Bottom 5 with a 2-0 game. Mortero going again up the middle, and this time it's going to be fielded cleanly by the second baseman, and he'll be thrown out. So now bottom 7, it is a 2-1 ball game, and Mortero trying to get it over into left field. He's not able to. He'll get thrown out. Top 9, Mortero trying to throw out a runner at second, and again going to fail, be a little too late. So that brings us into extra innings at 2-2 as that run did come in. And he's going to get thrown out in the bottom of the 10th, but it's not going to matter as Sammy Francisco comes through big with a bomb in the 10th inning. And we're going to win in walk-off fashion here at home. Sammy Francisco with a 3-run bomb is going to win this ball game for the Tacoma Rainiers, 5-2. So your AAA Tacoma Rainiers are going to move on to the AAA National Championship. So we have built this farm system into a contender here in AAA, and here it is. It's going to be Mortero is going to get it on the ground in center field. Start us off with a little hit here. That doesn't go for anything, but here we go. Top 4, it's Mortero going to get a bloop into right field, and he will be on with nobody away. Does that lead to anything? Well, it helped out. There was a run there, and now it's a 2-2 ball game, and Mortero trying to get over there to first, but he's going to get thrown out on a great diving stop by the third baseman. So now Mortero in the top of the 8th will strike out, and that will be confirmed as the pass ball doesn't help. Here we go. Top 10. It's going to be Mortero, and he's going to line this one into right field, and that'll be caught. That'll take us to top 12, where he's going to line one into right field, and that will be caught. Now we're in the top of the 14th, and Mortero up the middle, as it was already 3-2, but he's going to add insult to injury and make it 4-2 with another RBI. Kyle Lewis, player of the game, he hit a bomb in this one. Good for him, his second bomb of the postseason. Pitching, Teddy McDaniel there. He gave up 2 earned runs in 5 innings. And that was good enough to get us the win, to be honest with you, as we will win 4-2. Your Tacoma Rainiers are the AAA National Champions, and that is awesome to see. As we look at the injuries, nothing really important going into the playoffs. Let's take a look at who made the playoffs. Yankees win 110 games on the season. They are going to be rough if we have to face them. Minnesota Twins win 92 games. They win their division. Angels win our division at 98 games. And we will be 2 games back. We're going to be in the wild card against the division rival Houston Astros. That is going to be a wild game, guys. You definitely want to stay tuned for that. Or subscribe if you're new for that, because that is going to be coming next episode. Pirates win the Central, Phillies win the East, and the Rockies win the West. Dodgers will make it in the wild card game. They're going to take on the New York Mets. We'll see the results of that shortly, because that game is before ours. There's the full playoff tree, and we are going to have Yusei Kikuchi going up against Lance McCullers Jr. in this wild card game. It's going to be very big and very important. The Mets will take down the LA Dodgers 2-0 in the wild card game of the National League. As you can see, not a lot of hits for the Dodgers, only 3 hits. They were really stymied by the awesome New York Mets pitching. Jeff McNeil hit a homer for the Mets. Clayton Kershaw gave up 1 run, and that was enough to lose. Jacob deGrom goes a complete game 3-hit shutout with 13 Ks. Awesome job by Jake deGrom. So, like I said, it'll be Yusei Kikuchi at home against Lance McCullers Jr. next episode. Please go ahead and drop a like on this one if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you're new to the channel and you'll want to see more, including other franchise content, as it is all franchise all day here on Franchise Gaming. Take care, everybody. See you next episode.
You're a pretty little star boy.